Nice to see you, man.
Hey everyone, welcome to the pre-race chat of the Monaco GP. Here we have both the Toro Rosso drivers in the Bwoah Racing League, Accelerate and Thunderbirds. I'm here, Sarthak, with Sushrut on the media side. So, boys, how's it been going over at Toro Rosso? Are y'all feeling good about Monaco? Are y'all feeling good about the league as a whole?
Yeah, considering we are on the top, we currently stand in the top four, so we are doing pretty much well considering what car we have and the pace of the car. But yeah, we have to improve a lot. I'm getting all the in all the races I have at least tried to finish in top 10. So I there was a point finish, but even Accelerate is fast. He's in front of me. He just appeared for two races, but still he's in front of me. So you can imagine the guy. He's like the pace he's carrying with him. Hopefully he gets a good race, and I think Accelerate will tell you more about Monaco. He's very good in Monaco.
Of course.
Yeah, I think I put in about 1,000 hours in that track.
Wow.
I don't know for what reason, but I really seem to like that track a lot. And I missed Spain last week. I had like really bad power cuts. But I'm looking forward for tomorrow's race.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
Yeah, I need to go back and practice again in 2019 because I've been playing 2020 for the last couple of days.
Oh, okay. How are you finding that game?
The brakes are a bit different. The car understeers a lot more than 2019. Those are the two differences. Other than that, everything's pretty similar. Yeah.
So we noticed in the Chinese GP you were real close to Ashwin in the racing point, and it was
Oh yeah.
yep, and it was pretty clean racing from your side. Can you talk us through like what was going on in your head that moment? Like how do you limit yourself from making a dive bomb in every corner, even though there's like the slightest of opportunity, but you hold back.
Yeah, because in sector 2 I was catching him, but in all the straights he was just like flying off every time because I think he had that set up with like lower aero, so he kept like I think the DRS effect did not work for me at all. So we were like battling for like 2-3 laps, I think more than that, and uh, because of his straight line speed he just kept like pulling away from me, and I was tempted to like do one dive bomb maybe in the third lap of our battle, but I was like I wasn't sure and I didn't want to ruin his race and my race, and we were both running in good points. So yeah, I held my temptations of like having a dive bomb here and there.
Good.
But I wanted to have an attack in sector 2 where I was catching him because of my higher downforce, but yeah, there were no real opportunities for a clean overtake.
Mm-hmm. Understandable. I think most of the drivers in the league really commended you for that kind of racing. We don't get to see that real often. So that was something I really wanted to talk about since this is the first time you're even coming on one of our chats. Talk us through how the team dynamics has been. Do you communicate with Thunderbird at all? How often do you all communicate, like on team radio? Do you all strategize?
Yeah, I think Thunderbird, he really helped me understand that with the slower cars that we have, we really need to maximize with top speed using lower wing angles. I think that's the one thing I did not understand when we were playing with realistic car performances, because I haven't this is my first league race. I've been playing online and unranked a lot. So this is the one thing like that was very crucial for me to understand, and Breathe has been very helpful with that.
Goes good to hear. What about from your side, Brihit? How has the
Yeah, I mean,
dynamics been?
Yeah, it's very good. I mean, like we always communicate. We always decide. Like usually we are very close on the grid. Like sometimes I'm in front. When at the start I'm talking about. But usually when I get in front, I mess up somewhere. And then even in Chinese GP, I was like in front of him, and I thought that his car was not having that much speed. So I thought I'll give him the DRS so that he can go in front. But before that, my car spun and I was in the walls. So again, I dropped back. And the time when it happened, he just shouted like, "Oh, what happened?" Like it happened in front of him. I was chasing Ashwin that time. Then I'm glad that he was chasing Ashwin for a long time and he was able to do a good race. But team dynamics has been good. We discuss a lot during the race. Even when we are doing pit stop and all the strategies, what he thinks, what I think, we come to a common conclusion and then we go about the race. So it is very good.
That's awesome. Great to hear.
It's actually seemingly fitting that you mentioned strategy in your last sentence because that's what we'll be talking about now. So, Monaco is known for being a hard track to overtake at, so qualifying becomes very important. So, do you think the softer set of tires are the best ones to qualify on, or do you have any plans of going for a harder compound so that you have a different strategy?
According to me, I feel that in Monaco, considering it is a 50% race and can't risk myself with soft and mediums because I think in a way at some point there might be a safety car and then we can take that calculated risk maybe. But yeah, I feel to qualify as high as possible and then be in front because in Monaco, yeah, as you said, it is very difficult to overtake. Same thing happened last season. Like there was slower cars in front of me, and it was they don't follow that line. I'm not blaming anyone, but yeah, you can't complain them also because the track is very narrow. There is barely any space to overtake. So only in the first zone you can overtake where there is a DRS, or maybe if both are good, then you can overtake in other corners as well. But yeah, it is very difficult to overtake since the corners are very close by. So try to qualify as high as possible and be in top. That's what I feel.
Brihit, I'm really sorry, but we had kind of an issue. Could you repeat the part about your thoughts on the tire strategy?
Yeah. I was saying that I'm thinking of going on softer compounds as there is very less space. And if you are behind a car, it is very difficult to overtake. So if you are in front, yeah, you can defend easily, as Utkarsh said in the last video also. Yeah, but we have to make sure that we qualify in front and be in front. So that will be my main strategy. Let's see. I'm hoping more safety cars to come.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. How about you, Accelerate? What have you thought about the qualifying tires?
Track position is everything in that track. So what I'm thinking is obviously make as less stops as I can so that I can hold track position. I depending on the pace, if I can start on the mediums, I don't think I can because I want to start as high as possible. So if there is a safety car window, I will be jumping on the hards and going long. That's what I'm thinking. But you never know. This is Monaco. Like my front wing can be gone in like 1 second with a blink of an eye. So yeah, I'm gonna try to like maximize on other people's mistakes and try to have a clean race, because if you have a clean race, you have a good result in Monaco. That's pretty simple for Monaco.
Mm-hmm.
It's very true. So, how much of the actual race do you think will be determined on strategy, or do you think it's more like driver oriented? Like, which one do you think plays more of a part, in your opinion?
Honestly, for Monaco, I think it's going to be a survival game. Like who can like stay off the walls and have a clean race. It is possible to overtake in Monaco, but the guy you're trying to overtake, he has to be compliant and kind of agree with the fact that you're faster than him, and he has to yield a little bit, or else it's going to be bad for both of us. That's the thing about Monaco. Like the guy you're trying to overtake, he has to give in somewhat.
Makes sense.
Yep.
Mm.
And
I
what
feel
you
the
found
same.
about.
Like, yeah, even I feel the same. Like, it is more of yourself than others, because if you are able to keep your car clean and your front wing intact, you will end up in points easily. There is no doubt about it. But yeah, as he said, we have to judge the opponent in front of us, and then only we make any moves, because he has to respect you and you has to respect, like, you have to respect him. If you like, even at some point, like for example, maybe in last part of the race, and you end up hitting the wall, it'll be very bad for both of us, and that you don't want. So yeah, you have to keep clean racing and be cautious as well, because it is Monaco. Anything can happen.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, that's definitely true. And you have any plans of helping each other out during qualifying or the race, like so that you can get ahead of the others? Because like both of you said, track position is everything.
Yeah, I
I
mean,
think. Oh, Brit, you can go first.
I was just saying, like, yeah, we will discuss the situation we are in, and like we can help or suggest something to each other. But I don't think XLR needs any suggestion. He's already blazing fast on that track. So let's see.
I think the most important thing during qualifying will be getting a clean lap in, while there are other cars during out laps and in laps. That will be very important to find a clear piece of track to put in a good lap and not run into traffic while doing a hot lap. Because even if someone is off the line, it ruins your concentration during qualifying. Like in just Monaco specific problem, this one. Yeah, so finding like clear space in the track will be pretty difficult.
Makes sense. Yep. And as you mentioned, the survival exercise VIX356 in the WhatsApp group we have for the league mentioned that like a couple of minutes right before we started, that it's more of a survival exercise than a race itself. So it'll be interesting to see how everyone positions themselves and drives throughout the race. But one last thing, who do you think would be the one driver to watch out for in Monaco? Will it be yourself or someone on the grid you all know about?
I think anyone with a wheel will be good in Monaco.
Oh, okay.
Um, I think KDB has a wheel, right?
Yep, he does.
Yeah, he's very fast in general. So yeah, I think he'll be the one to watch out because he drives very clean as well. So yeah, he can stay out of trouble.
Cool. Brett, what about you? Who do you think is the one?
Uh, See, you can. We have to think about people also, those who are having a front wing damage. Like, we have to watch them for clearly, because they can be very slow in front of you, and you don't have any chance to overtake them. You have to just stay behind them, because as you said, like, they are defending their positions, but still it might ruin. Like, it might make you slow down. Like, so I feel those drivers will be very cautious. We should be very cautious with them while overtaking, as well as staying behind them, because their breaking points will also change. So with that, we might lose our front wing also. So, but everyone are fast only. But let's see. Luck plays a lot in this track.
Indeed, let's see. And I don't think we can say that turn one is going to be chaotic because pretty much multiple turns in Monaco will be chaotic. Great. Thanks for joining us, guys. I hope you enjoy the Formula One qualifying of the Hungarian GP. That's why I'm cutting this off real soon. Cheers.